In our Abuja studio, the Chief Press Secretary to INEC Chairman, Professor Ataru Jaga. I have Mr. Kaude Idowu joining us now from our Abuja studio. Thank you for joining us on Politics Today, Mr. Idowu. Tell us the preparations and the readiness of the Commission on this particular election. As you can see, the city of Awka and the community surrounding it are bustling, and the campaigns and the preparations for this election. Tell us, are you crossing your T's and dotting your I's at this moment?
Absolutely, Sheol. Thank you for having me here. INEC is going by the program of activities that we issued earlier on, and we're carrying out those activities listed there. You will recall that the parties just filed their nominations, and by October 9th, we will publish the list of candidates that were filed as substitutes. Now, we've already done the continuous voter registration. The data now is being integrated with the main register, and we're putting all the structures in place. All the materials, we are getting them ready, and God willing, by November 16, we'll be up and ready to go.
All right, tell me, Mr. Idowu, about what you discover, what your commission discovered about voters' register in the course of your readiness in the past few months.
Yes, you will recall that we announced that in the course of optimizing the register, the commission detected some 93,000 multiple registrations, and that's the multiple registrations have been eliminated from the register. And what we have now is the optimized register with the newly gathered data. Now, this newly gathered data will be integrated into the register. They will be subjected to automatic fingerprint identification software checks, and whatever multiple registrations that might be there will also be eliminated. And God willing, we will have a very perfect register. We've always said that for a number election, we will not be using addendum register because we have an optimized register, and that is what it's going to be.
All right, it's interesting actually to know that this discrepancy is coming. Where exactly is this discrepancy coming from, if you will tell us?
Well, you know, I've had all manners of comments about this information that we gave. Now, people, for whatever reason, prefer to do some incorrect things. It is an electoral offense to register more than once. But unfortunately, you have some Nigerians who, for whatever reason, will register more than once. Of course, they cannot register more than once on the same machine. But they go to various machines and try to register more than once. And it is when we consolidate the data that we discover these multiple registrations and we eliminate them.
So you told us about the preparations of your commission on this very important election. The continuous voter registration, a lot of people have picked hole in INEC's activities. For example, some people have said that the legal and technical bottlenecks is a problem which the commission needs to, for a matter of urgency, look into. Have you looked into that particular issue?
Well, I need to know what is meant by the legal and technical problem. We conducted the continuous voter registration. People came out, their data was captured, and we have that data in our data bank. We are subjecting that data to the AFIS treatment. And so I need to know what is meant by a legal and technical problem.
No, they're talking about technical and legal bottlenecks. They are talking about the fact that the discrepancy that you talked about in the voters' register, that some of those issues have not really been resolved, and that is that's a window for rigging elections.
My view, Sheol, is contrary. I think INEC should be commended for plugging loopholes that have existed all along in the Nigerian electoral system. And the confidence in the system should be boosted rather than people to harbor such doubts. Now, let me explain what we mean. People go around different places to do double registration for whatever reason. But we have now subjected the data to a software that detects that multiple registration and eliminates all multiple registrations. And so it means that even if some people, for whatever reason, decided to register more than once, they have only one name in the register right now. That's to show you that the register is fit and proper for use during elections. It's unlike what you used to have in the past, that you have all manners of names. And let me make it clear. People have said what we mean by multiple registration is that all manners of ghost names. They are not ghost names, please. They are not ghost names. They are real people who decided to go around different polling units and registered at different places. And they have been detected, and those double registrations have been eliminated. As a matter of fact, we've taken some of them to court to serve as example, because we have the record of who those people are. And so that should show you that INEC is on top of the situation. INEC is plugging the loopholes that have been exploited in the past by unscrupulous people to pervert the system.
Well, 93,000 double registrants. That's so much number of voters in that sense. So the discrepancy margin is so wide. But again, you've reviewed the centers and the units that, based on the last election in Anambra State. Have you released the names of the centers that you have reviewed?
Well, the polling units that have been in existence will be the polling units that are going to be used. Because don't forget that polling units are creations of the law. INEC does not create polling units arbitrarily. We will create polling units, new polling units, after the delimitation exercise that is on. But of course, before 2015, nationally, the polling unit system will be sanitized. For Anambra, however, we'll be using the polling units that have been in existence. And so people know where these polling units are, they know where they're registered. All they need to do is on election day, go to where you registered to cast your vote.
Just before I allow you to go, because we have a governorship candidate waiting here in the studio, tell me, a lot of people have complained about the stringent conditions that you have placed on, for example, if someone has lost his voters register or is relocating back to the state. There are a lot of stringent conditions, they say, that has been put in place to get a new voters register, voters card.
That's not correct, Sheun. In actual fact, the law, not INEC, the Electoral Act provides for what should be done. And it's very simple. Before the election day, I think the time limit that the law provides for now is 30 days. Not later than 30 days before the election day. You apply to the Resident Electoral Commission of the state through the electoral officer of the local government where you are, reporting that you lost your card and giving proof that you lost your card. Now, once it has been confirmed that you truly lost your card, those cards will be replaced with a duplicate. It's straightforward. As a matter of fact, if you are also transferring your data, the procedure is similar. You apply to the Resident Electoral Commission of the state, notifying him of where you registered before and that you want your data transferred now to where you are newly. You apply through the electoral officer, and the administrative processes will be carried out, and you will have your data transferred. So these things are straightforward. And for people to, talking about being stringent, actually we've been on all the social media platforms in recent days. We've also been on the traditional platforms, announcing to people, sensitizing the populace about the need for them to make such move if they have cause to. If they have lost their voter cards, the processes that they need to follow to get a duplicate voter card, we've check our Twitter platform, you will find that message there. Check our Facebook, you will find that message there. The public enlightenment is going on right now in Anambra as we speak. And so we've been all about to let people know that these things can be done.
All right,
there are no hindrances at all, as long as it can be proven that you genuinely lost your card.